Hey everybody, it's Miriam here at Paper Wheel Studio. If you're a first time watcher, please be sure you subscribe to my channel. We're working to grow up to 100 at this time. I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but it is a beginning. Everybody has to start somewhere. So I'm working to get up to 100. Once I do, I will do a drawing. Every subscriber I have will be entered in the drawing for a journal that I have created. So today I just wanted to come on, and this will be more like a show and tell type video. I wanted to show you some of my vintage finds when I was out vintage hunting at the end of last week. So stick around and you'll see what I found, and I think you'll like it. I did pick up a couple vintage doilies. This one is probably, I don't have my ruler right here, but I would say it's probably 6 or 7 inches in diameter. You can tell by my hand the size. I don't have horribly big hands, but it is crocheted. It looks, if you look real close, I don't know if you can tell, it looks like it's hand crocheted, and I thought it would make an absolute beautiful background on the cover of a journal. I could put it on like this, half on the front, half on the back, and it would just look absolutely beautiful. I found it at a vintage flea market that I went to out of town. In fact, that's where I found most of these, and except for one item, I did the magazines that I found. I did find those online. This also is a vintage doily that I found. This one I thought would be great to fold over to create the cover for a journal. The magazine under here is just a regular magazine size, so it is, the full is probably the size of maybe 9 by 12. Again, I'm just guessing, but it would be great to fold in half to use either as a page in a journal or as a cover for a journal. And I just couldn't pass either one of those up. They were very minimally priced when I found them. I think both of them were maybe $2 each is all. So I found those. And then also out of town, I found, if I just looked at these, can anybody guess what's in my boxes? Have any idea what might be in here? I'll let you know. They are from the early 1900s. One of them has a date, the other one does not. This one, well, I know the dates were on here somewhere. And now I'm not finding either one of them. Oh, this one's 1920 date. It's right here on the end of the box. I just had to look a little more careful. All right, for those of you who guessed, then you'll know what this is. For those of you who were unable to guess, these are old piano rolls. This is what used to be put in a piano. Each one of these rolls is a song. They're in the old player pianos. It looks like they are signed by someone, I'm not sure whom. This one is called Do You Ever Think of Me? And it's from 1920. It's still on the roll. I love the look of the vintage paper. And there are the holes in the paper that create the music on an old player piano. You can cut these into page-sized pieces or cut them into smaller pieces. They make a really great page in an old junk journal, or even some kind of embellishments. It's something different for people to look at in the journal. You could even cut a piece and put it in one of the pockets, or use it to make some kind of a tag with a collage. Really just about anything that you would like to do. It's going to take me a while since these are in such nice shape to start cutting them up. However, I found that one, and these were relatively cheap. They were only $2 a roll. Some of them were all, you know, kind of worn, but we went through the box and found, you know, some of the nicer ones. I also picked this one up. It's called Angel Serenade. However, I'm guessing it's from about the same time. I cannot find a date anywhere on this one, though. Basically the same. It does have the song here. This one I don't think has a signature in here, so I'm not sure. I don't know what Andante con modo means. However, it does have the song here. I'm going to show the other side here because it'll just unroll easier that way. And then it's still on the roll. There's quite a bit on these rolls to create these. So I figure both of these will last me some time, but I was just thrilled to death. I was looking through an old place that held all the vintage items, and I turned around and it was like, oh my gosh, there's a box of piano rolls. So I picked up two. Actually, I picked up two, and my friend that was with me picked up one. We both make journals, so those will be absolutely wonderful in journals. When I can begin departing with them, it might take me a little while to do that because I just think they're so cool to look at. But I will eventually use those in journals. I also managed to pick up these. I found actually online from someone. These are the Old Ideals magazine. And this one is from, well, good question. I'll run into the date. This one's called Ideal Scrapbook. So I love these because these have, well, they were only $1 copy, so that tells you it's kind of old. But these have just beautiful one-page images and just some absolutely gorgeous photographs in here. Sure somewhere, let me look. There isn't a date in the beginning of this one, so let me look and see if I can find it in the back somewhere. Aha, maybe here. If anybody spots it before me, just yell out, tell me what you see. Ideal Scrapbook. These are the typical pages selected at random from previous volumes of Ideals to acquaint you with the type of its context. It says each issue of Ideals features one principal theme. They have different ones, including Christmas, Mothers, Historic, Friendly, Inspiration, Vacation, on and on. Published bi-monthly since 1944. Again, I'm not seeing a date on these, but no matter. I still think they will be absolutely wonderful with the poetry and the one pages to make things out of for a scrapbook. I mean, they just have beautiful images, color images, some black and whites, and I just fell in love with them when I saw them. So I can't wait to begin using these in journals as well. I did get some holiday ones. I did not bring the holiday ones around. I'll wait until the holidays are here and I begin making those journals. But the other one I want to show you today is an Ideals magazine from July 1955. It is a children's version. And it has lots of images, poetry, images with children on them, and some beautiful baby pictures with poetry. I may end up using one of these to make something for the baby girl's journal that I'm still working on. That it's just about finished. I'll be recording soon to show it to you. I may simply just take one of these poems out Here's one called Baby Girl. That would be perfect to put in the journal. There's a little girl at our house. I mean, they're just wonderful little poems about children, babies, infants. I love how these are colored. It's kind of like almost a maroon ink on a brown paper backing. Just gorgeous photos, both colored in, like this color, the old black and white, and then there's a few color pictures throughout as well. I'll just do some flipping through here. Here's a page called The Old Rugged Cross. I'm not sure. A few old-time Easter gospel hymns. It probably came out of another issue of Ideals. Baby's first kiss, baby's first birthday, visitor, the bride, just all kinds of wonderful little, that is just absolutely gorgeous photo. That might make a really nice, even an envelope could be made out of that could be put into the journal. On the other side, there's a little boy's photograph, a baby poem, some quotes. I mean, they're just absolutely amazing. Go ahead and flip through a little bit more of this. There's another little girl picture here in color to the left. Let me back away a little bit so maybe you can see a little bit more of the magazine in the frame here. Here we go. Another cute little vintage picture of a girl. I say vintage because these are, older, from the 50s. A little boy and a pony. There's a couple little boys. I mean, they're just adorable. You could back this with a poem and create a fold out in a journal with it. So you open it up and there would be the poem. Bathroom Blues. Here is an old Youngster Gazette. I'm not sure what the Youngster Gazette is, but it's got a lot of stories in here. Within this, looks like a little newspaper within the magazine. Childhood Days Most Important, and this was an article from the Chicago Times Syndicate. Just a copyright from where the copyright's from. I'm assuming they're also from 1955 since this is the date of the book, but I have no way to know exactly other than because there's no specifics inside, so everything within the magazine is from that, that time period. There's a beautiful bouquet of red roses. And on the back, there's a picture of a little seashore. A little girl riding a merry-go-round. The Baby Girl Journal has a merry-go-round picture, so there's another option. There's some pretty cattails and flowers there, and first day of school. And I can't wait to use some of these. They'll just make absolutely wonderful pages to either fussy cut, use the poems. I mean, just really could be used for a lot of different things. However much your imagination could come up with, I am sure. There we go. And here is an actual order form from then. 1 year subscription to the Children's Ideals was $6.50. Issues were $1 something, and this was back in 1955. So I'm sure they don't even make these anymore, I don't believe. So if you find them, you'll find them. I found these on Facebook Marketplace. So eBay, Facebook Marketplace, Mercari, or some site where people tend, maybe even Etsy, where people tend to sell vintage items or older books or magazines, you'll likely find these. So that's basically what I had to show you today. I also got some vintage lined paper from the 50s or 70s. I'm not sure which. I can't get my hands on it right this minute. It was put away and I can't find it, but I promise you I will show it to you in a future video. I will show it to you and tell you where it came from when I used it the first time in a video. So that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed looking at these.